Hello. Let me ask you a question. Are you as profitable as you need to be? Are you profitable enough to be able to produce a sustaining income in trading? You know, a lot of people know trading backwards and forwards. They know trading. Yet, when they get into trading, they can't perform their knowledge. Okay? They may be profitable, but their profitability is not as high as they need to be able to produce a sustainable living over time. And you go, what gives? If they know how to trade real well, backwards and forwards, what's stopping them? You know, ultimately, what most people discover is their notion of success. A lot of people get into trading and they think, if I only work hard enough, if I only do enough, if I only learn this enough, I'll make things happen. That's one group of them, okay? That's what I call the urgency to trade, or the chasing the trade crowd. You see a lot of alpha type people. You see a lot of people coming in from corporate worlds. You see people coming in from the business worlds with this attitude where I can make things happen. You've got to be doing something to be doing something. I've got to be trading to be winning. You also have another crowd of people that come in as perfectionists, a large crowd. And what they think is that, you know, if I only don't make mistakes, if I'm only good enough that way, then I'll be able to make money. And what happens is they get into trading, and unfortunately what they discover is that there are going to be mistakes made, and there's no way not to lose. It's the management of that loss that has to be managed that really is the key. These two people come in, and all of a sudden you start looking at them. They keep doing the same thing over and over again. Now, and it's been successful. But they keep doing it over and over again, and they keep expecting for the result to be different. Now, in a lot of places, you'll hear that definition, and that definition is called crazy. You know, crazy. Doing the same thing over and over again and not getting it done and expecting it to. Yet, I don't call that crazy. I call that normal. The normal state of mind that you bring into trading is not going to be the mind that produces success in trading. Yet, when you tell people this, what they're going to do, they're going to go out and buy new trinkets. They're going to look for the Holy Grail and more stuff. And then at the bottom of the day, though, they come back and they discover that, why can't I be winning? You know, I'm doing everything right. Why can't I do it? I've got the best teachers. I've got the equipment. I've got a whole room full of equipment. And yet what they really don't recognize is that right here, 80% of trading is right here. Once you know how to trade, you have to figure out how to perform in trading. And that's where people really mess up. They don't realize that I didn't come stock with the mind that can trade successfully. I came stock with the mind that's built success in other ventures. And I've thought that success mind that I had is going to translate over here into trading. But it's very clear it's not. Most people wait till they really get thin on capital to start realizing they need to do something. And instead what they do is they'll say, yeah, I know it's in the head, yeah, I'll get to that someday. Meanwhile, they crank out another $4,000 or $5,000 for new strategies, for new this, for new that. Yet they do not invest in the one thing they need to do, change themselves, develop themselves so they can trade. Ultimately, when you're really looking at this, you're going to discover that there are two huge conditions that a person has to transform within himself. The first is the illusion of control. We grow up thinking we can control. We exert enormous amounts of energy so that we can control. We become control freaks. And it does produce lots of success until trading. Yet, what has to be given up is your control over outcome. Can't be done. You may have high probability, but high probability does not mean control over outcome. The second one is this, is that you recognize the only thing that you can control is your own performance of execution. Suddenly when you do that, you're letting go of control of outcome, and you're saying, welcome, control of me in the performance. And all of a sudden you realize that every trading act is in fact a performance. And the edge, no matter how much you see it on paper, doesn't materialize until the driver of that methodology, the driver of that platform, is ready to be able to manage the uncertainty found in trading. You can't make the uncertainty go your way, but you can make yourself become emotionally intelligent enough to be able to know what mind you need to bring to that particular moment. And that, friends, is the edge. And when you recognize that, something that's powerful that people recognize is that they come to realize that they have never experienced the markets. What they have experienced, okay, is where their brain has taken data from the sensorial modalities, that seeing and feeling and smelling, tasting, and has organized it into a virtual simulation. It is that virtual simulation that you're experiencing the markets through. You're not experiencing the markets. And what you're doing is you are actually experiencing the beliefs that you bring that create that virtual simulation upon the markets, and your trading account is testing you, is showing you whether or not it's accurate or not. Okay? If you listen to the feedback from your trading account, it becomes easy to change. It becomes necessary to see each mistake as an opportunity of learning, of shaping your virtual simulation of the markets into a more accurate representation, one that makes profits consistently and produces a sustainable income. That's what we're looking for. The first stop, though, is you have to decide that you're going to organize yourself to be that person who can trade. It's not external. It's not the stuff you have. It's the person using that stuff that makes the difference. That is the edge. Till that's done, you're going to bleed capital or blow up capital, or you're going to have a stagnant income. It's your choice, always been your choice. The first choice, though, is to recognize I am the one who needs to change. I can be my best friend. I can be my worst enemy. My choice. My hope is you choose to be your best friend and develop yourself to become the trader.